With breaking news happening now, this is Wave 3 News.
Breaking news right now on Sunrise. An LMPD officer wounded in an early morning shooting. Police cruisers there rushing through the streets of downtown Louisville to get him to University Hospital. Wave 3 News reporter Kayla Van Meter is live in West Louisville this morning where the shooting took place. And we do know that the officers are actively searching for the shooter. But first and foremost here this morning, Kayla, any word on how that officer is doing this morning?
Lauren, he is expected to be okay. We spoke to LMPD Chief Steve Conrad just moments ago, and he tells us that the officer did suffer a graze wound. You can see right now several officers still here at the scene. They are gathering here close to where media is right now.
Welcome back to Sunrise here this morning. A preview of what we're working on at 6 coming up here at the bottom of your screen. Dinner time turned deadly at a packed Olive Garden on the Outer Loop. A witness tells us the shooting happened after an argument that lasted less than a minute.
Plus, the shooting violence continues at a J-Town grocery store. LMPD is still searching for the shooter who injured the man at that Meijer.
And the rising Ohio River causing a lot of flooding issues here this morning for businesses and homeowners. Kayla Van Meter live with the latest look at that flooding coming up here at 6.
But first, we want to make sure you know which way to go and how to get there safely. Traffic report with Brian Good. Brian?
Hey, good morning, ladies. And yes, we are dealing with the potential here for a few delays in downtown.
All right, Tawana, thank you. Work to remove 2 barges from the Ohio River will stop this week as crews prepare for thunder over Louisville. And we've learned that towboat right there that slammed into the 2nd Street Bridge was already under investigation by the Coast Guard. The video to the right of your screens from Christmas Day, we captured it on our SkyTrack cameras. Wave 3 News reporter Sean Bowdy is live from the Ohio River here this morning with more details about the boat's history. Good morning, Sean.
Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, that boat, not the first time it's been under investigation.
Here at 5:31 this morning, the man charged with shooting and killing another man at a local Olive Garden is expected in court today. It happened right here at a restaurant next to Jefferson Mall on a crowded Saturday night. Families were there, couples were there, just trying to enjoy dinner. Police have charged this man right here on the right-hand side of your screen. This is Devin Briggs. He's charged with murder here this morning. The victim, that man right there, this is 25-year-old Jose Munoz. He had died from his injuries. Police say Briggs and Munoz were involved in some type of fight inside of the restaurant. An arrest report says Briggs admitted to pulling out a gun and intentionally shooting Munoz. Christina Larkin was only about 10 minutes into her 19th birthday celebration with her family when the shooting happened. She says it was pure chaos. People were crawling under their tables and plates were shattering in the kitchen.
That was another loud boom, and it made me think that the shooter was still in the building, so that was another scary thing. So I just closed my eyes and huddled up on my sister.
Larkin says it was a traumatic experience for everyone inside the restaurant, especially Munoz's family, who she says saw everything. They came, they saw, and they left a whole lot of trash. Check out our time lapse here of thunder over Louisville. The crowds just swarming in, getting ready for the beautiful fireworks show. But there's a lot of cleanup to do here this morning. Wave 3 News reporter Kayla Van Meter joins us live from the waterfront here this morning. And Kayla, you were blowing around. Your hair was going crazy with all the wind. Nothing worse than trash blowing all over the waterfront. People can get out today and help.
Yes, they can, so we do expect it to warm up just a little.
Now, this is Wave 3 News.
Breaking right now on Sunrise, a violent night here in Louisville kills 3 people and injures another. Right now, LMPD officers are busy scrambling to find evidence at 3 different crime scenes. Wave 3 News reporter Sean Bowdy also busy making calls to police, trying to find out if they have any suspects or if they have made any arrests. We'll check in live with him coming up in just a minute. Also, another big story of the morning, of course, the damage left behind from yesterday's storms. Take a look at this here. A huge tree nearly devouring a home near Oxmoor Country Club. Thanks to Austin Sauer for sending this. And you can see there the tree thankfully only landing in his yard instead. No injuries reported. But this really is just the name of the game this morning. So many people here in Jefferson County, into Oldham County, waking up this morning with tree damage everywhere. I could barely get into work out of my neighborhood this morning. The damage to the Notre Dame Cathedral. Look at that. Just hard to watch here this morning as firefighters were finally able to put out the flames overnight. The iconic fixture here in Paris obviously will never be the
same. You can see the spire and the roof there just collapsing. We are now showing you a new look inside of the cathedral as well. Firefighters battling to prevent one of the main bell towers from collapsing. You can see the smoke there still rising, the cross there in the background, as well as trying to salvage some religious items, even historic artwork. French authorities have launched an investigation into the official cause of that fire, but local media there saying it could be linked to a $6 million renovation that was ongoing. Now, this cathedral dating back to the 13th century, the most famous tourist attraction in the world. As we take a live look here this morning, you can see some of that scaffolding there on the cathedral itself. Again, local media insinuating that may have been the cause of the fire, as so many people are still out there taking pictures and paying their respects this morning. Wave 3 News reporter Kayla Van Meter joining us live here in studio this morning. And Kayla, you are hearing from a local Louisville family who had just visited that cathedral.
Yeah, they're still waking up there this morning, and they're getting a closer look like we are right here, this live image, closer view of the scaffolding there.
Wave 3 News.
Good morning, everyone. As you wake up here this morning, it is an alert day. We are dry right now, but that'll change quickly as we take a look at future radar here this morning. If you have any afternoon plans today, scattered showers and storms will be the name of the game. We'll check in with Tawana coming up here in just a second, a really important forecast, but we're also tracking breaking traffic news here this morning.
Yeah, those are your afternoon plans. Your morning plan's going to be impacted by this. A big mess in a busy area. You can see here the live pictures as crews are trying to get an overturned semi off the I-71 ramp downtown. That is closed right now because of this. Let's get right over to Brian Good right now, see the impact and maybe some of the alternate routes you can take, because this is going to be closed for quite a bit still. Hurricane is still growing. It's still gathering momentum out in the Atlantic before it heads towards Florida. And because of all this, states of emergency now in place, not only for Florida, but also for Georgia this morning.
The Wave 3 News storm tracking team is forecasting the storm to slam into the Florida coast as a monster Category 4 storm. Tawana's been tracking it, just mentioned that. 21 million people in Florida right now are on high alert here this morning. They're stockpiling food, water. You can see that even trying to get as much gas as they can for the generators.
Yeah, a lot of places already running out. Hurricane Dorian has already slammed into the Caribbean. That created some flooding in the streets. It toppled some trees, also capsized several boats in that area. But the good news there in the Caribbean, the islands for the most part were spared from a major disaster like last time in 2017.
President Donald Trump now assuring Americans here in the latest talk he was giving that the government is prepared to help victims of Hurricane Dorian. He posted a warning, this one right here, to people that they need to evacuate and asking those who choose to stay put to stay safe. Yeah,
in just a few hours, power crews from LG&E and Duke Energy will head to where the hurricane is predicted to hit. Crews from our area heading that direction.
Yeah, Sean Bowdy, he is there already this morning getting a head start on all of this. Sean, I know it's going to start to get busy behind you here coming up in just a few minutes. Here in Louisville, it seems like we always send crews south looking to help other communities. Very important.
Yeah, no matter how often we see it, it's always a cool sight to...
Right now, Hurricane Dorian getting closer to Florida. Millions getting ready for potential impacts by buying groceries or waiting in line for gas. The storm now forcing others to change their holiday travel plans, too.
We want to give you a live look at everything going on here surrounding Dorian this morning. A live look, of course, at radar. We have people lining up at gas stations this morning. President Trump says the government is ready to help victims there with any devastation that the hurricane leaves behind. Also, local crews here in Louisville just a few hours away from getting ready to head south to help as well. Our team coverage here at 5 o'clock starts with meteorologist Tawana Andrew with the latest track on this system and what it means for everyone to the south. Tawana.
We're watching this storm continue to strengthen. The latest update has
Alert day coverage now. This is Wave 3 News.
It has been miserable outside. We are tracking rain and snow here this morning. Our storm tracker out live in Seymour, Indiana here this morning. You can see some of the snow already sticking to the ground this morning.
Yeah, we are also taking a live look now at Spaghetti Junction. Of course, so many of you drive through this every morning. The good news, things expected to improve by mid-morning.
Thanks so much for joining us here on Wave 3 News Sunrise at 5:30 this morning. We are tracking some of the snow behind us, some of the freezing rain. That's the worst kind of winter precip we could see heading into our area.
Yeah, let's get right over to meteorologist Brian Good, not only tracking the weather conditions, but also what we're seeing out on the roads. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's a busy morning for us because it's not.
With alert day coverage now. This is Wave 3 News.
Good morning, everyone. It is the busiest travel day of the year, so we have you covered. Take a live look here behind us. Dozens of cameras from Kentucky to Indiana We are keeping a really close eye on the roads as you get ready to leave the house.
Also keeping a close watch at our airport this morning where things are busy. Yeah, taking a look at the baggage check right now. And then if you head upstairs where the security checkpoint is, yeah, the line all the way down to the escalators.
Yeah, it has been a busy morning so far. No huge issues at the Louisville airport just yet, but that could change. Tawana Andrew has the very latest for us here this morning at 6 o'clock. A round of stronger thunderstorms heading in our direction, Tawana.
Yeah, we're continuing to keep an eye on this. Good news is that they're starting to...
Time to pull out your best duck face, maybe your little pouty look or smile. That's right. Today is National Selfie Day. It's a day for you to admire your favorite self-portrait. I know it's hard to believe, but selfies actually existed before social media and smartphones. According to the Library of Congress, a photographer named Robert Cornelius, took the first selfie in 1839.
What?
Brian, you invented the selfie.
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. We're just looking right over here.
You interrupted us.
Look at them. I'm sorry.
So rude.
I don't want to ruin their picture taking.
And it was a good, you know what?
It was a great one, though.
I've got like 10 filters we'll put on this, and it'll look great in just a second, okay?
You do traffic. We'll talk about that.
Filtering that.
Oh, trust me, you get to this point, you got a filter. All right, you know.
What, middle age?
Oh, and we're not going there again. We're not going there again. We're not going there again.
Giving you a hard time, honey.
Yes, I know. We love doing that. All right. Good morning, guys. Be careful. Do not take selfies while you're driving.